Shalom, it's Tim Kelly, author of the book True Purpose. I wanted to talk to you today about intuition. This is one of several videos on the topic. This particular one is about where intuition comes from. So if intuition is a process of direct knowing without gathering information and logically calculating an answer to a question, then that raises the interesting question of where does intuition come from? Now, I've helped thousands and thousands of people to connect to their intuition, increase their channel of communication with it, and use the information they received from that intuition to greatly improve their lives. And during that time, I came to the conclusion that telling people this is where your intuition comes from actually isn't a good idea. It works much better if you decide where you want to receive intuition from. If you don't, if I tell you rather than you decide yourself, then the likelihood is that you're less likely to trust the answers that you receive. And it's actually very important that you have at least some level of trust in the source of your intuition. Otherwise, you're just going to ignore the information that you receive and nothing in your life will change or improve. So, where does intuition come from? That's a question you need to answer. But I'll give you some guidance, and there are very specific exercises we do to make this very precise in workshops that I teach about intuition. So, for some people, the process of determining where their intuition comes from is a psychological process. This tends to be true of more rational, skeptical people, and I have met very many Israelis who are of the rational, skeptical sort, and you may be one of those. For these people, the source of intuition has to be internal. They don't believe in external sources of intuition. They don't trust anything external. It's some deeper aspect of themselves that's providing the intuitive information. And so this is an internal psychological process of connecting more deeply with themselves. Other people who are of a more spiritual or religious bent are more likely to determine that their intuition could be coming from an internal source or perhaps an external one as well. And these people think of this much more as what one might call higher guidance. That is, they're being guided along a path and their intuition is coming from the source of that guidance. Regardless of your belief system, regardless of where you place the source of your intuition, internally or externally, naming the source of your intuition is an excellent way of improving it. And the reason is that as people develop their intuitive capacity, the way that they receive intuition shifts from a vague feeling, a phenomenon, if you will, to more of a conversation. That is, the intuition itself is a channel of communication from something that's giving them information. And they are asking questions in words and receiving answers in words, and then seeking to go out and tell whether the information they received was good and reliable or not. Often it is, and when they use this information, they report much better outcomes, much increased ability to achieve the goals that they have, to get the things that they want, even in very confusing and unpredictable circumstances, because they're no longer reliant on gathering lots and lots and lots of data in order to be able to make accurate decisions. They use logic when they can, and they use intuition as well. Good. So all of this will be much more clear if you join me for my upcoming workshop in Israel. We'll explore the sources of intuition much more deeply, the various different techniques you can use to access it more directly, how to tell whether the information you're getting is good or not, and how to use that information in practical, day-to-day ways to improve your life. I hope that you'll join us. Thanks so much. Toda rabah.